Sorry for all the noise. It's sort of unavoidable right at this exact moment, but it does not affect my ability to work. So I'm going to actually put this NOS bezel away. I'm not going to use this for a second. Let's get down to it. Really? For real? Didn't even really need the protective wrap on that one. Came right off. Off we get. For real? For real? So here's something that's interesting. I don't know if you can see this. If you look carefully at the paint, see the orange inlaid paint, especially like on the balance bridge? See how it's coming out of the slots? So that paint is going to come out of there. It's just, there's no way for me to keep it there. So you're going to lose probably most, if not all, of this orange paint. I mean, it's not critical. It's not like it's, necessary for the watch to run, but just be aware. Wait. Yeah, I wish I could say I could save it, but it's not possible. It's going to come off right in the, it'll come off right in the cleaner. There you go. There is the inside of a 6000 series 6200 movement. They are great. They're just great. Boop. For real. Come on. Seven 4. It's a typical solid back Dyne dial. That's how those are done. That's how Dyne does their dials, or did their dials anyway. So now, here we go. With 6200 series like this, not 6206 or anything else like that, but I'm sorry, 6200, not 6106 or any of that stuff, because they're built the old way. They're built from the kind of from the dial back. The dial is an integral part of the calendar, so I build them back the other way. Let's see. Doink. Good old Shepherd Crook spring. Come here. Come on, get out. Come here, you. Come on. I'm going to take this apart on camera, plus off camera, plus I need to actually have that in place for right now. All right. I don't bother removing this because it's not a moving part, so I'm not going to freak out about it. Not bad. Hey, look at that. Out, damn spot. Out. Darn it. It's a little dug in. That's just brass. It should be steel. I don't know what they were thinking, but whatever. I will improve. It will improve. Oh, for Christ's sake, come on, there we go. Just like that, we're down to a main plate. Pretty good. Square down, up, anti-tsunami. Up, out, out. There we go. There is your mainspring. Okay, well, let me go through and inspect and clean all this stuff, hands and all that. And I gotta look at that bushing. I gotta break this. I gotta take this crown apart. So still have some prep work to do. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna go through all that stuff and I'm gonna clean it. And basically, I'm gonna come back when I'm looking at the numbers. That's my goal. Like when it's done. Okay, I just dropped the balance on 62 MES number 1. No idea what we're gonna get. No idea. I haven't the foggiest. I didn't even test the numbers before I started. Probably something I should do. These are 6200 series. I usually guess on the 6200 series. Yeah, I'll just do it the same as the 61. I always forget. I should check before I do. Because these are, the 6100 series are derivative of these, I put them at the same lift. Literally no idea what we're going to get. Well, that's what we're getting. Gosh, these are great movements. And they're such great movements. It's been serviced a couple of times, for sure. I didn't have to do any repairs except for the upper mainspring arbor bushing. That was worn and was later put in by somebody else, and I had to repair that. But okay, I'm gonna try to do a hot adjust here. Wow, yes. Look at the numbers. Look at how steady that is. Okay, I am going to... I'm going to put this like that. Go like this. I'm going to try lengthening the hairspring while adjusting the beat error so that I can try to get rid of that gain. It's just a guess. Don't think I did anything. Still don't think I did anything. Aha, I was right. Oops, I have a technical issue here. Sorry, hang on a second. My holder did not work. Yeah, so what I did is with the beat error is you can adjust the rate of gain or loss on the balance with either arm because you have both adjusters. You're not supposed to do it with beat error, but it will work because when you adjust beat error, you're changing the effective length of the hairspring, which changes if it's gaining or losing. Now I'm going to adjust the actual timekeeping, and I'm going to drop that. Aha. Let me try. He definitely gave us more beat error, so. Did I go too far? Okay, I'm back to 0 beat error. Now I have to pump up the volume again. Too much. Go back. Too much. Now I have to go up again, just a touch. See, now, obviously we're getting good numbers because we're getting steady stuff. Still a little bit of beat error on there. Now, I have the lift set for 54.5. That can value, I forget. I'm not going to bother with it right now. Like I could take this down to like 53, which is I think of kind of generic for Seiko, or 52, which is generic for watches. And I would get slightly lower numbers on this amplitude. It wouldn't mean much of anything except the calculations are different. We know that it's going to be good. All I'm saying, therefore, is don't be worried about that high amplitude. It's fine. When this finishes settling in, I'm going to need to go back in and adjust, of course, so don't worry too much about that. We know the hairspring is fine. We know the balance is fine. We know the movement is fine. It's just going to need adjustment and just sort of slop around for a while. So yeah, these 6200 series, these are like the exception, one of the exceptions for the whole, like Seiko has lower amplitude numbers. That's not true of these. Or Bellmatics. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just going to let this run in. I've already cleaned the dial in the hands, and I'll talk about those later, but this needs to run in. I'm going to clean and assemble the case, which I need to do, and do the crown. The crown is here, but I haven't finished rebuilding the inside of it. You can actually see right now that the crown is actually, all the inner bits are missing because they're over on my watch bench because I haven't rebuilt that crown yet. That's what they look like when they're open. And I'll rebuild it and it'll be just fantastic. You know, just like Casey and the Sunshine Band once said, that's the way I like it. We're not seeing any, basically we're not seeing any deviation, dial up or dial down. I mean, I'm seeing it, I mean, it's not worth even mentioning. Let's take it down to Seiko standard. Let's take it down to 53. Let's see what those numbers are. What I just did is not going to affect this line at all. That will always be the same. This just tells you rate of gain or loss and beat error. It's a visual. So this tells us basically everything I need to know. These numbers, I worry about these when they're truly out of spec. should start a webcam. Just showing the numbers, huh? Everybody can tune in, just watch the numbers. Really get into it and really understand what the numbers are about. I tell you, we'd have world peace if everybody did that. We'd just be looking at the numbers, seeing what good looks like. And if everybody gets to see what good looks like, maybe people will start being more gooder. Yep, I think that's the cure. That's the cure. Everybody's just got to look at those numbers, figure that out. Okay, I think that's good for now. I'm going to let this run in, think its thoughts, settle down, and we're going to keep going from there. The nice thing about the 6200 series is they're really forgiving, because they're, relative. They have this, this low beat rate, which some people complain about. Man, I love it. I think it's elegant and stately and gentle, but also incredibly accurate. My 6200 series in good condition will keep time to a couple of seconds a day once they're adjusted correctly. Okay, that's it. Hey, Chris, so here we are. This is the first one. This is the one with the NOS ring. So the biggest challenge with this one was cleaning the dial enhance. This one had some water intrusion in it. And you can see it's still got a few little black marks here, but that's much, 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 much better and cleaner than it was. This darkening inside the hand here, and these little pecks, there's a balancing act I need to do when it comes to these kinds of corrosions here. Is that I can go after those real hard, but then typically what we start to see is a thinning and a lightening of the plating on top of the hands, on top of the markers, which is, it's irreplaceable. So the less I can do, the better. The metal surface is fantastic on them. You do have these little picks and stuff. I mean, in the old days, I used to go in there and try to physically remove those stuff, that kind of thing, but you can't ever not see it. It's a beautiful watch. It's a beautiful watch, and that rotating ring really makes it. It's a beautiful, beautiful watch. These are great. And in your honor, I'm actually wearing my own. Anyway, that's about it. I'll have another video for your other one here when I have that watch done, and it'll be the same process. Okay, thank you.